Hello everyone, welcome to episode 37 of Music is None of Our Business.
You said that with a lot of awe.
Was it?
There's awe in there.
I know, I thought I was trying to inject a bit of gravitas.
It's like a narrator from some horror film or something.
Welcome to episode... Have I done the American... did I do the American trailer accent before? Welcome to episode 37.
You might have done, yeah.
Yeah, I might have done, yeah, yes. Yeah. So this week we are doing Covers, the sequel, because we fucking love covers. They can't beat a good cover version. It's a great thing. I'm just looking at my list and 1, 2, 3, 4, just make sure I've got 5 on there for a start. Because I've been faffing around with it, faffing around my list because I've been listening to bloody covers all day today, as well as lots of Damned songs. I posted an Insta about the Damned today, and
have you been working?
Oh yeah, I've been working, but I did it after 5. I did it.
Of course.
I was titting around at work until after 5. Something that took a lot longer than I thought it would, so I did it after work. So I did have some exciting news this week. I was listening to our favourite other podcast, the Greatest Playlist Ever, and it appears that Robin is going with Girl Wonder.
Is she?
Yes.
It's finally clicked.
But she's added Supergirl Wonder.
Okay, well, that's acceptable, isn't it?
I don't know whether that's for copyright reasons or just to stop us in future making a claim on that and asking for some royalties. I think she might have thought, well, if I had Super, then they can't.
That would
get me on
be
that.
a very, very cautious approach, wouldn't it? Suspecting that we were going to go after her for that.
But that is the kind of wanky thing we do. So we'd be straight on the phone to the lawyers, going, hey, and do it pro bono.
I think Marvel Comics or DC, whichever one it is, would be in the queue before us, perhaps.
Quite possibly, yes. Yeah, true. They'll have more expensive lawyers as well, so we don't stand a chance.
They won't bother with pro bono nonsense.
Damn
They'll
it.
just go for the top one.
Yeah. Talking of bono, I was watching. I went to see. Disclosure Day at the cinema, and one of the lead actresses is Bono's daughter.
Is it?
I didn't know that. Yeah, I kept looking at her thinking.
Blunt.
No, obviously she's Irish. I can't remember her bloody name is. Something Hewson. Because his real name is
would be, wouldn't it?
Paul Hewson, isn't it? Because we talked about you two once, didn't we? And
we have talked about you two at one point, but not in this context. Certainly.
No. I think we were both quite big fans of U2. Well, we were fans of early U2.
Some of it, some of the early stuff,
and some of the later stuff as well. Didn't your band used to cover Ancat Dub from the first? No, the when you were in the one that used to practice in the Griffin, the very first band, was it? No. It was Turn to Red.
Oh, that one, Angst for Tans and Turn to Red.
And
no, we did Bank Robber. The Clash was a cover we did.
I'm bloody sure that what's his name? Nigel was a guitarist.
Yeah,
he. I'm sure I was at a rehearsal of yours, and he was doing Ancat Dub from the first LP.
You might have just started playing it. We jammed it or something like that.
Possibly,
but I don't think we ever performed it.
Oh, fair enough.
No, we did Bank Robber and something else badly. I think we did Public Image Limited as well. The song. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Did you do Ever Fallen in Love as well? Because I remember you always having a bit of trouble getting your arms over each other to get to one of the drums or something.
Never had trouble getting your arms over. That's the way you play. I think we did do that. Was that band? Yeah, that was a band we used to do that in. Yeah. God, you got a better memory for what I did than
that's
I
called.
have.
It's called stupid ADHD memory. Because I can't remember my name most of the time, but I can remember the most minute details from fucking rehearsals in the Griffin pub about 1 million years ago.
God, that's a terrible band. Yes. No matter. Right.
Okay, cool.
Shall we embark?
Let's embark. Let's power through. Cover versions.
Cover versions. Okay, shall I go first then?
You may go first.
I'll go first then. So, powering into my first pick is a track by Prince Fatty and Shanice McMenamin. And the track is Black Rabbit. That always reminds me of
Fucking hell, that's you took it aside.
yeah, when I thought, what the hell's he doing now? And I had to work it out. I had to retrospectively rewind that moment in my mind and think, what could that possibly
Just
mean?
in case nobody's worked that one out, say her surname again.
McMenamin. Phenomena. Always makes me think of the Muppets. One of the Muppets' high points, that was.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Anyway,
oh dear, yeah.
I'm sure she's never heard that before. But this is Prince Fatty and Shanice, and it's Black Rabbit, and it's a fantastic song. And the song is a cover, not of a song called Black Rabbit, but of a song called White Rabbit by Jefferson Airplane. Yes. And it's I was listening to the Damned version of it earlier today. They don't do a bad version themselves, but it's a hugely frequently covered song. There's been over 40 different cover versions recorded, and,
really?
30 songs where it's been overtly sampled. But it is a great song. I love the song. I've got the original. I've got the Damned one, of course. I've got this one and a few other covers. So it's a testament to the quality of the song itself that it gets picked up so many times, and a lot of the different versions. So I had a quick trawl through some of the different versions I'd not heard before. There's a fascinatingly odd version by Molly Tuttle and the Golden Highway on YouTube, which is very peculiar. You're
Molly
looking
Tuttle.
like...
I know Molly. I know that name. I know the name Molly Tuttle. I can't think why.
Molly Tuttle. Okay, well, there's a version by Jeff Russo, which is very downbeat and creepy, and that's from the soundtrack of the series Legion. Okay. George Benson does a funky Latin American version. Patti Smith does a version. Yeah, Patti Smith's version is good. She's done a whole album of covers, 2007's album 12, and it's a very desert bleached rock out version. There's a stark jerky version by the Durruti Column, and there's even a version sung in Lebanese by Maysar Kara, which is from the soundtrack from American Hustle. Really good. There's lots and lots of them, but anyway, I won't bang on. They're all different, but they're all good. It's just one of those songs that it seems like you can twist and turn and put it in any context and it works. And this is great as well. So the song itself was originally written by Grace Slick in 1965. That was a year, wasn't it? That was a year.
The greatest year of all time.
World-changing year.
Absolutely.
For those that haven't figured out, yes, that was the year Dave and I were both brought into the world. But she wasn't even in Jefferson Airplane when she wrote it. She was in a band called The Great Society, but that split up. And she went off to co-form Jefferson Airplane, and she took the song with her. And it is, of course, heavily referencing Lewis Carroll's story of Alice in Wonderland. And the whole concept, Slick says, is it was about awakening parents to the possibility that adolescent drug use might perhaps be a consequence of stories like this being told to young children. I'm not sure whether she's got that entirely right. But anyway, so this version, brilliant, heavy dub reggae version. And it's on an album called Late Night Tales. It's from the Late Night Tales series. And this is Don Lett's version. Late Night Tales presents Version Excursion. Well,
the more you were talking about it, the more I was thinking, there we go. Yes.
It's great. So, you know all about it. It's got languid, spacey guitar. It's got a lot of samples on it, an American male voice sample on it that's speaking the story. I don't know where that's from. I couldn't find out where that's from, but it sounds great, and samples often sound great in music. Yeah. The video, which is on YouTube, really adds to the whole trippy flavour because there's these kaleidoscopic effects, vivid colours. It's part animated, part live players. But strangely, the rabbit is neither black nor white. It's blue in the video, so who knows what that's all about. Prince Fatty, aka Mark Pelanconi, is an Anglo-Italian who lives between UK and US. On Bandcamp, he offers stems for the songs that he does, and I've never seen that before, I don't think. So you can buy the broken down parts, the instrumental parts of a piece of music, and take them away and rework them into something else at your leisure. He also offers out his studio at the quite reasonable £700 a day for 10 hours, which is quite reasonable. He'll even come along and engineer for you if you want. But there you go.
Crash did that with the stems, didn't they? For that deconstructed.
I don't know. Did they?
Yeah, they made all of their stems available, and then they had because they had all those remix 12 inches, didn't they?
Yeah, I didn't realise that's how they did it.
Yeah, and there's also a double CD of every, or pretty much every one they got back that was worthwhile.
Right. How about that?
Yeah. So
anyway, it's a good record, good original, good cover, great album, as you'll know because you've got it.
Yes,
and
very good.
I'd say that's my first entry.
Fantastic, good choice. I approve.
Excellent.
Okay, so my first one is a cover performed by the wonderful Phoebe Bridgers, who I'm a big fan of, and just got a tattoo of as well. And it's from her first album, which is what the tattoo is from as well. And it's a song called "You Missed My Heart," and it's originally by Mark Kozelek, who was singer with Red House Painters, and then Sun Kill Moon, and has done quite a lot of solo stuff. Has also worked with Yezu, Justin Broadrick's side project. Did an album with them as well, and I was talking to Lily about this earlier, my daughter, and I said, she said, "What are you doing tonight?" I said, "We're doing cover versions," and I said, "I've picked Phoebe Bridgers," and she went, "You've Missed My Heart," and I said, "Yeah," and I said, "I absolutely love that." She goes, "Yeah, but the original's better, isn't it?" And I'm like, I don't know. I've listened to the original, but I wouldn't have said it was better. Oh my God, Dad! She said, "I spent a whole bloody week listening to that." She said it's just brilliant. I listened to it, and it is really good. It's a lot different than the Phoebe Bridgers version, but it is actually quite fabulous. And the song itself is really dark. I just from the her tone of it, she sings it really softly, like most of the songs from that album. It's really softly sung, and very melancholy. My favourite, and I just assumed it was something to do with heartbreak. It's not. It's fucking dark, man. It's basically about a bloke who broke into his girlfriend's house. She's there with, I assume it's her new boyfriend. He stabs the boyfriend. The boyfriend turns around and said, "You missed my heart. You missed my heart. You got me good. I knew you would, but you missed my heart." And those were his last words before he died. So it gets darker. He then grabs his ex-girlfriend, pins her down, and kills her. And she says, "You missed my heart. You missed my heart."
Not a very good aim, is he?
No, he's not actually, but he's probably a bit hyped up, adrenaline, maybe had a couple of beers as well. Because I find when I've had a couple of beers, I can stab over and over again. Always miss the heart. Lungs, no fucking problem. Yeah. Heart is a bastard, so. Oh, for God's sake, don't anyone ring the police. I didn't really stab anyone. Fuck's sake. So then he goes to prison and he gets, I think he gets shot by a guard, gets to the last rites, and just before everything went dark, I said, "He missed my heart." He missed my heart.
Fucking terrible.
It's so dark, but it's such a gorgeous, gorgeous song.
It's a long story. How long is this song?
Fucking long. It's a really long song, but it just doesn't seem that way. I've listened to it. I've listened to Stranger in the Alps, the album it's on, so many times. I mean, so many times. It's never really occurred to me that it's a long song. It's just sung so beautifully, and I see and now kind of I've had a chance to read the lyrics, and I've spoken to Lily. If you listen to the Mark Kozelek version, it makes a lot of sense the way he sings it as well. So either version. I mean, I'll put both of them on the playlist, obviously.
Yeah.
Either version, it's just an amazing song. In fact, we've just got tickets to see Phoebe Bridgers at the O2 in December.
Oh, right.
Which I'm not happy about because I don't like the O2. But it's Phoebe Bridgers, so I will let her off. So I've had to buy tickets. I said to Lily, I'm coming. I hope you don't mind. And she's like, no, Dad, that's fine. They've got over the bit where they didn't want me going to gigs with them anymore. So we've got more tickets, and we're all going off in December to see her at the O2. So that should be brilliant. So that's my first one. You Missed My Heart by Phoebe Bridgers, as originally sung by Mark Kozelek.
Okay, I don't know either version, so look forward to hearing that.
Thoroughly recommended.
Okay, number 2 on my list is a piece of music called Tattooed Man, and it's by This Immortal Coil. Indeed.
Me looking puzzled?
You looking puzzled, yes, because I thought that
so I'm guessing this is some kind of noisy tribute to This Mortal Coil, where... No. Oh, okay.
No.
I just imagined it would be noisy for some reason.
It's not noisy at all. In fact, this track is just a piano and a vocal, and it's dark and it's beautiful and it's full of pain, both the original and this version. The original
kind of like our lives.
Yeah. On a good day. Yeah. The original track is by Coil, and it is.
Of course it is.
You didn't work that one out, strange.
No, I didn't. You put me off guard because you haven't picked a Coil song for quite some time now.
It's a Coil song, but it's not Coil, so I thought I'd get away with it.
Yeah,
it's from their 2005 album, The Ape of Naples, which is absolutely fantastic. And the song is about the beautiful, pained, on-off love-hate relationship between John Balance of Coil and Genesis P. Orridge of Throbbing Gristle Psychic TV. And it weaves elements concerning John's mental health, the transition from life to death, rejection by society, and a whole lot more in it. So it is a bleak, bleak piece of music. The cover is from an album called The Dark Age of Love, released in 2009. And the whole album are covers of Coil songs. It's by a loose collective by the name This Immortal Coil, which of course is a play on both Coil and This Mortal Coil, the former being the subject and the latter being the kind of format that they wanted to adopt, because obviously as Ivo Watts Russell, when he formed This Mortal Coil, it wasn't a band as such, it was just people on his roster coming in and going out in a fluid way, and this record and the one after it was done in the same way, albeit the second album as well, all being Coil covers. So they've made 3 albums actually, and they're all Coil covers. And the first one, this one, The Dark Age of Love, was very much about an expression of love and respect for Coil in the aftermath of John Balance's death. The guy behind it, Stéphane Grégoire, is the founder of label Ici d'ailleurs, or Here by the Way. And in this collective, you've got a whole raft of different musicians: Matt Elliott, Bonnie Prince Billy, Christine Ott, Chapelier Fou, Jan Tiersen, and a whole raft of others who are all very talented, all very big Coil fans. And I think, I think I said before, the night John Balance died, I'd actually gone to London to see Coil, and there was just a note on the door saying the concert's been cancelled, and couldn't figure out why. And it wasn't until the next day that we found out that he'd had a tad too much absinthe and taken a headlonger down the stairs, which ended his life. So
we've all been there.
We've all been there. So this album, this cover, it all has a much more classical kind of feel to it. As I say, this version of Tattooed Man is just a piano, an Israeli singer, Yael Naim's voice. And it's only dressed otherwise in some haunting, blurred background vocals. But it is just dripping in emotion. It's just got so much pleading in it. It's brilliant. It's a wonderful original, a wonderful album, and a suitably appropriately crafted cover as well.
Awesome. Sounds good. I do like a piano and a melancholy piano based song.
It's certainly that. It ticks all the boxes there.
Yes. Brilliant. Okay, well, I'll have a listen to that. I will tomorrow, just saying, when we do our enforced Zoom break. Right, so my number 2 is kind of slightly connected to the previous one, in that
I mentioned previous one or my
previous one.
Oh, okay.
In that I mentioned Mark Kozelek had made an album with Yezu, who are basically Justin Broadrick from Godflesh.
Yeah.
And Yezu did a cover of Duchess by the Stranglers.
Did they really?
They did indeed, yes. And it sounds absolutely nothing like Duchess by the Stranglers.
That doesn't surprise me.
Which is great, really. I mean, I as I say, I mean, I love cover versions.
Yeah.
But when they're note perfect, and I don't really see the point. I like someone to put their mark on it.
Yeah,
really. Yeah. Which is kind of what all mine have got in common today,
Yeah.
So obviously we all know the Stranglers, punk band. Duchess was one of their greatest singles, I think.
Great song, yes, great song.
It was a proper, kind of pop song, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Great chorus, great lyrics. It did really well in the charts. Ridiculous video of them all dressed up as choir boys singing along.
Yeah.
And it was a great song. So, as I say, Yezu is Justin Broadrick's one of his side projects from Justin Broadrick, main man of Godflesh, and Yezu, it was kind of his slowed down, almost glacial shoegaze project. And is one of the few things he's carrying on after his recent operation, where he just physically can't sing Godflesh songs anymore. But he said that Yezu will be one of the bands that he keeps going. That and his JK Flesh pseudonym, which is more techno based.
Yeah.
So Yezu, as I say, he was always a fan of shoegaze. So Yezu was his side project to kind of slow things down a bit and be a bit more tuneful. I mean, Godflesh, obviously known for being, in the industrial metal band, really. And this was kind of just to make it a bit more gentle. And the albums he's done are really, really good. Starting in 2004 with, I think it was the Heartache EP, and then he did a full length called Yezu, and they were great. I've got several. I think I've only got one on vinyl, but somewhere I have a pile of CDs.
You're very windy this evening. You've been belching for the last 10 minutes.
I know. I can't help myself. I kind of bolted down my dinner so we could do this, and and I can't help. I keep burping now. So yeah, sorry about that. I'll try not to do many great big ones, but yeah. So anyway, so I think this was released as a 7-inch single, and it was on a I can't remember what label it was on, but it was one of these ones where I think it was a singles club type thing. And I remember I managed to get a copy of it, and then kind of in a fit of pique with selling records, I sold the fucking thing and then wished I hadn't. But it is available on Spotify and most streaming platforms. But it's just such a brilliant version. I mean, it's so slowed down.
Yeah, I can't imagine it.
Yeah, Duchess was, Dutch of the Terrorist, never grew up. And this is like, Duchess,
right.
Really slow, kind of heavy, along kind of, the speed of sun, basically.
Okay.
Properly slowed down to glacial pace. But it's just brilliant. I really, really love it. I think it's a really great, a really great song, because I think if you didn't know, or if you weren't that familiar with the original, you probably never guessed that it was the same song.
It's
so different. you know, it's like there's one I've got later which is totally different than the actual song itself, but instantly recognizable. But this is you know, it is the song. It's like they put it on, if like they got the 45 single, played it at like 8 or something, you know, if 8 existed. I think the lowest speed for records was 16.
16, yes. But if you put your finger on the turntable, you can slow it down more.
It's like that when you play it's like when you play Jolene at 33, play the 45 at 33, and it sounds like Johnny Cash singing it. It's that kind of thing. It's just such a great song. And I love Yezu. I love everything Justin Broadrick does. I mean, even if I don't quite appreciate some of it, I respect him for what he does, and you know, and for how long he's been doing it. And he's also done loads of remixes for people, both under the Yezu name and as J.K. Broadrick and as Justin Broadrick and as Godflesh. So each remix kind of follows the tone of the particular particular name he's remixing under. So the Yezu ones tend to be a bit more kind of slow down and, you know, shoegazy, etc. Godflesh very noisy, JK Flesh techno-y, etc. So I don't think the bloody song is on Spotify, unfortunately, but the original is. So I'll put the original on. I'll see if I can find a video for Facebook for it.
You know, I don't think I've heard any of Yezu. I've got Godflesh stuff, JK Flesh stuff. I've got Sweet Tooth stuff. Loads of Justin Broadrick material, but I don't think I've ever encountered Yezu. Although I knew that's what he did.
Yeah, well worth a listen. Yeah. It's very good. I mean, originally, I think he did. I think he did a album called the original. So he had another pseudonym, which was Pale Sketcher, and I think the original Pale Sketches LP was a Yezu LP. And then he took the Pale Sketcher thing and then turned that into a bit of a kind of, I think that was more synthy type stuff. I can't remember. Again, I used to have it on CD, and I'm pretty sure I just, you know, sold the bloody lot. And I haven't listened to it ages. In fact, I really should listen to the Pale Sketcher stuff, because that kind of went off in another slight tangent as well. All worth listening to. Anything J.K. Broadrick has anything to do with is worth a listen.
Far more interesting than J.K. Rowling.
Absolutely, yes, absolutely, yeah.
She's not a remix of J.K. Broadrick, is she?
Not that I'm aware of. No, that would be interesting, though, wouldn't it? Yeah. So, I think he's very much more trans friendly than J.K. Rowling. So she's got a bit bonkers, hasn't she?
She does seem to be attracting a lot of criticism.
I think it appears that anyone who takes that view of trans people, they can't fucking stop themselves, can they? They get down start going down a wormhole. Just don't seem to be. Oh, sorry, they start digging themselves a hole, I should say, and they can't stop fucking digging. You know, the same with Linehan.
Yeah.
You know, and they just get more and more fucking insane.
Sadly, I think it's across a whole raft of different social issues. This lack of tolerance and this absolute sense of righteousness that is harboured by so many with no justification whatsoever. I am right. I am right. You're not going to convince me otherwise. Facts don't matter. I think it's just a characteristic of the world we've created.
Yeah, I try not to. I'm well aware of that. As you know, lefty scum. I'm aware that half the problem with the right is the fact that they can't take anyone's opinions on board. They don't seem to be able to. They're so rabid with their, you know, and dogmatic. They can't listen to other people. So I try and make an effort to understand where people are coming from and understand why they might. And to a degree with the whole reform thing, I think I can. I get it. But it's like, they want something different, but the different is just the fucking same, if not worse. But they don't see that. They think that a multi-millionaire in a tweed jacket and a fucking salmon-coloured trousers in a pub drinking a pint and smoking a fag is one of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, other than the obvious similarities, like he's a fucking twat. He's nothing like you.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care about you either.
I think sadly,
anyway.
Though, being very much to the left myself, I've got to appreciate, as I think we should, that there are people in the left of politics and ideology who are equally closed off to debate and to alternative views. So either extreme, you've got this madness of I am absolutely right and you can't convince me otherwise, and intolerance. But hey ho, different podcast. This one, perhaps.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Right, carry on.
Was that you with that one?
3.
My number 3. Okay. I remember seeing Radiohead perform Creep on Top of the Pops when it came out in the early 90s, 92 or 93, whenever it is, and thinking, whoa, that is fucking awesome, because it is a fucking awesome song, especially when that guitar scratches and then comes in with full power, shivers up the spine kind of stuff. Just appears
the bit when it goes,
that's it. And it's coming. It's coming in, and like a big snarling dog is suddenly in front of you, roaring, tearing up the furniture. It's great, and then it settles back down again. Brilliant song. And despite the fact it is wholly a brilliant song, my view had always been that guitar was a vital, intrinsically necessary element to that song, but it isn't.
And now you're going to disprove that fact.
I'm going to disprove that fact.
I can tell, like all good scientists.
I just donned my white coat and came my Bunsen burner. No, because this cover version has no guitar on it at all, less still a great big chunky rabid dog monster that screams in. It's the cover by Eliza Lumley, and it's absolutely beautiful. Before we get to the song itself, a little bit about Lumley. Nothing to do with Joanna Lumley, but I don't think she is. She might be related. I didn't check that out. Eliza Lumley is a British musical theatre actress and singer. She's Royal College of Music alumni. She was in the West End production of Mamma Mia and has also taken stage on Broadway and alongside the Royal Shakespeare Company. More recently, she is the co-producer of Paddington the Musical. The territory cover, eh?
Yes, I'm imagining jazz hands.
Yes, a very, very unlikely sort of songstress to be turning up on our podcast, less still covering one of Radiohead's greats. But in 2007, Lumley released an album called She Talks in Maths, Interpretations of Radiohead. And that's what exactly it is. Every song is a Radiohead interpretation. Actually, I think it was 2007, Patti Smith's cover version album 12 was released. So straight 2007. Some cover albums released there. Anyway, the album is really, really good. And Eliza has a terrific voice. And she does have a sensitivity for the emotional content of the songs. Her reworkings are at times cool and jazzy. So she does Black Star from the Bends and Karma Police, of course, from OK Computer. They're kind of cool and jazzy, almost do-to-lempery kind of stuff. Very, very nice indeed. And then others take on a purely classical styling, just piano or just strings and piano. So Lucky from OK Computer and this one, Creep. So it's very delicate, very jazzy number. It's beautiful. And the whole album is really good, to be honest. But that's not the end of the story, because her own cover version...
There's more.
Her own cover version has been covered. And it was covered by Ibiza. It's like Ibiza and bizarre as a portmanteau word, Ibiza, and it's been remixed by Ibiza, and it features on several classic chilled Ibiza albums. Also from 2007, classic chilled Ibiza triple album, and it has Creep by Eliza Lumley, but it's not the one on our album. This one is this remix, but it's got all electronic glitchy drums, synths and pads, clouds of warm synth, and her voice is just aching with emotion. It's so beautifully done, and it works really beautifully in both this classic jazz composition and the chilled Ibiza version with pizzicato strings, and it's totally summer beach post-party come down. It's lush, it's gorgeous, it's deeply affecting. I don't know which one I prefer, so we can put all three, assuming they're on Spotify, we can put all three on the
I'll have a look in a bit. I've written her name down.
I'm sure they'll be on Spotify, but they're all great versions.
So how did you come across Eliza Lumley?
I came across it because I've got the Chilled Ibiza album from 2007,
I
thought, here I am writing about this cover.
Hippie.
I've got lots of Chilled Ibiza albums, I tell you.
Yeah, sorry. I just seemed like an excuse to call you hippie.
You can call me that, yeah. But I thought I was just writing about that cover version, and I thought, I don't know anything about this Eliza Lumley, I'll have a look. And as well as discovering that she had this peculiar background, I found this covers album, and I thought, well, I'll give it a listen. And I expected it to be something different, but it's great. It's really, really nicely done, and it is a completely different version of the same song. So highly recommend that in all its guises.
Yeah, sounds really interesting. So, I mean, I assume she put a lot of effort into it, or does Eliza do little?
Oh, wow.
Joke of the night. It's even related to musicals.
I can see your eyes rolling around in your head, and I thought something's going on with him. What's happening?
It baffles me why fame hasn't come a calling for me. It really, I mean, it's just bonkers.
You could have done
really?
wonderfully at the Wheel Tappers and Shunters Working Men's Club. That's where you would have gone.
Yes, I probably could have. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. Brilliant. Right. Okay. Thanks for setting me up for a really awesome joke. So my number three is, I'll be really surprised if you're aware of this, given who the band is. My number three is by Exmal Deutschland, one of our favourite bands of all time. Band. We love Exmal Deutschland. Now, the three main Exmal Deutschland LPs are Fetish, Toxin, and Viva. After Viva, it all went a bit tits up for them, and they went back to Germany, and Anja Hoovy and Wolfgang Ellerbrock got together with a producer and did one last LP called what the fuck was it called? I built it up and I forgot the Devils. Right. Called Devils, which flopped because it was just not Exmal Deutschland.
Did they record it as Exmal Deutschland?
Yes, they did. Yes, they released it as Exmal Deutschland, and it just flopped. It wasn't. I hate to say it because I love Exmal Deutschland. Wasn't that good? You know, it was a bit Euro poppy. No. A bit. They went for a completely different audience, and it just didn't work. In fact, I don't think it ever got released outside of Germany. It has been now. They've re-released it with some extras. One of the extras being a B-side of one of the singles, and to my knowledge, the only cover version they ever did. And the cover version is called "The Girl in the Iron Mask." And weirdly, it's a cover of the boy in the Iron Mask by Billy Bragg.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, what a weird choice of song to cover. But it's not bad. It's kind of very, I mean, it's very Exmal Deutschland in that you can tell it's Anja Hoovy's voice, and she's got that Teutonic twang to it, and even though she's singing softly, you know, it's very much as the girl in the iron, that kind of thing. And Billy Bragg's original was from his debut album, Life's a Riot with Spy versus Spy.
Great album.
Yeah, brilliant album, released way back in 1983. I remember I bought, for some reason, I bought it on cassette, which was a mistake because the album's so short that it fit on one side of the cassette. Rather than break it up, they made the second side blank, and it said bootleg the brag. So you could, so in theory, you took this tape along to one of his gigs, recorded the gig. Although it must have been a really fucking short gig, because like I say, the whole thing's only about 16 minutes long.
Yes.
And you could record part of a gig, maybe just the Life's a Riot bits on one side of the tape. That was, of course, no one ever did. So you had a fucking tape that played, and then
rewind the whole thing.
Next side was you had to rewind the whole thing. Yeah, either with your cassette player or with a pencil, swinging it around. Look, I'm doing the miming. You can't see it obviously, but I am miming, putting a pencil into a cassette and swinging it around. So strangest choice of a cover version, but they just about pull it off. So XML Deutschland, and after that they split, and no one heard anything from them for some time. So recently, Anya Hoovy's been touring. She released a solo album on Sacred Bones last year, or possibly the year before now, and she's been touring that, but doing lots and lots of XML Deutschland songs as well. But none of the other, I think Manuela Rickers has played guitar on a couple of the songs on her LP, but it's basically her and a touring band doing Anya Hoovy songs and XML Deutschland songs. And I always kind of wondered why they haven't got back together. I wonder where they all are. Well, if you go to the Bandcamp, or their Bandcamp, or their shop, you can actually buy, they've just started pre-orders for a CD version of the Peel Sessions. And I think you can get vinyl from there as well. But you can buy it signed by the whole original band. Okay. So they are all around. Yeah. And probably in the vicinity of, I think they all came from Hamburg originally. So I'm assuming that, they're all easily findable and within a range. So whether a full XML Deutschland reunion is on the card, that would be fucking awesome.
It could be, yeah.
I really wanted to go and see her last year, but it was she was touring as support for Psychedelic Furs, and they played the London Palladium. But it was the same. It was either the same night or the night before the Godflesh show that I went to at Scala, and I just couldn't really get down to London twice in 2 days. I can't afford to stay over and anything, so I didn't get to see her, which is really annoying. But she's just toured America, so fingers crossed there'll be some UK dates soon, because I'd love to see them again, because we saw them.
We did
at Retford, didn't we? As we've as we've talked about many times. So that's not that much more to say about it. I just like to include it because I love XML Deutschland. It's such an anomaly, such a weird choice of cover version. It really is. I
didn't even know that they'd done another album right at the very end there.
Yeah, I've got it on vinyl. I've got the original on vinyl. I think that, like I say, the reissue is out with a whole second disc of mixes, remixes, B-sides, single versions, all that kind of malarkey.
Okay.
But it's about 45 quid, so I can't really afford it at the moment. I'm just debating whether to sell a load of old reggae albums so I'm going on holiday this year.
Sell a kidney.
Don't fucking tempt me.
Oh dear.
I have thought about it, but so buying records is kind of for someone who's doing an Instagram page about music, I'm so skint I can't afford to actually buy anything. I could just about scrape up 1, maybe 2 LPs a month, if that, which is a real pain in the arse, but But yeah, hold on. There you go.
I mean, just keep in mind, you don't need 2 kidneys. So I'll just leave it out there.
No, that
I'll
is
just
true.
Leave it there.
What's his name? The actor, is it Jesse Eisenberg?
What about him?
He was on a chat show the other day. He gave away a kidney to save a stranger's life.
Did he?
He did. Yes.
Good man.
Yeah, absolutely, totally. He kind of researched it. Apparently, you don't need 2 kidneys really. You can function, quite healthily on 1 kidney. So he donated a kidney, and saved someone's life.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine it would be reported as quite such a noble act. A man from Cambridgeshire sells kidney to buy a stack of records.
Fair. You could probably spin that though. I could. You could spin it easily.
Helping out retailers everywhere.
Absolutely. Yes. Saving lives, saving shops. So there you go. That would be, yeah.
Oh dear. Okay. And on that one, gory note, my next one is Subterraneans. Subterraneans by David Bowie. The original is an instrumental track from his nigh on perfect 1977 album Low, one of the Berlin
the best album,
tribbles.
the best.
Could be that.
The best Bowie album.
Yeah.
I'm a big Low fan.
Big Low fan. It's a fantastic album.
It is, yes.
And Subterraneans is an instrumental, one of the several instrumentals on this album. And this cover version is a version by the Brooklyn Philharmonic Orchestra, conducted by Dennis Russell Davies, having been fully reworked into a over 15-minute symphonic piece by Philip Glass. And it is very moving. It is beautiful. As we said, it's a great track in the first place. But what Glass, Dennis Russell Davies and the orchestra have done with it is quite breathtaking, really. Back to the original track, crafted by Bowie, Brian Eno and Tony Visconti in Berlin's Hansa studio, followed by Heroes and then Lodger. This is the famous Berlin trilogy where Bowie was trying to escape from the clutches of cocaine, amongst other things, and they locked themselves in a studio and crafted these experimental pieces, which turned out, having been really frowned on by the record label, to be absolute classics of music of anyone's genre. I spoke about Philip Glass back in episode 12 when I'd said that his album Solo Piano was one of the highlight releases of 1989. And I just really like Philip Glass. I just love his own stuff, and I love these reworkings.
I think he's overrated. I can see right through him.
I knew there was going to be a joke in there somewhere. Oh dear, see right through. I don't know.
Oh dear. Hang on, I've just got to make a note. Dave is best at jokes.
Yes, because I don't sure Yeah. So this track, as I say, it's a wonderful. It's got a lot of space in it, and it just sounds really cool. Glass actually went on to do exactly the same with both Heroes, the album, and Lodger, the album. So you can get both of those Bowie albums reworked. It's not really. I suppose I toyed with the idea whether to include this or not, because whether it's a cover version or whether it is just a complete reworking, I don't know. I think it does fit as a cover version because the original is in there and you can hear it, but it's been so reworked.
Don't talk yourself out of it.
No, I won't. But it's great. It's got so much delicacy, so much musical detail.
I've picked this cover version, but it's not actually a cover version. It's like, fucking hell. Well done. Jeebus.
It's great. Glass, Eno, Visconti, Bowie, they're all artistic gods, and put them all together and you just get some amazing music. So I'll leave it there. I've spoken about Glass already, so I won't say much about Glass beyond that. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Sounds it. I offered him out for a fight once.
Go on.
He bottled it.
You know what? He thought you were a complete pain. This as good as yours, mate. It's better perhaps. Go on, get on with your next one.
Oh man. Oh right, okay, yes. So my number 4 is one I've touched on this before, because I think ages ago I picked a record by Alva Noto, which is the pseudonym for electronic composer Carsten Nicolai, and he has been making music for ages. I kind of discovered him back in the kind of 2000s when I kind of was into. There was lots and lots of kind of glitchy electronic music being made at that time, and there was a record label from Germany called Raster Noton, and they had lots of that. And I discovered Alva Noto there. And his music has been kind of a mix of like kind of almost electronic bangers, bass and glitch and also lots of ambient music, some of which he made with Richie Sakamoto. And this is a cover version of A Forest by The Cure.
Oh, right.
And it was released in, I think it was 2020, because he kind of released it to celebrate the 40th anniversary of A Forest originally being released. And it's just such a brilliant reworking of it, because it kind of takes the kind of opening, the very slow opening to The Forest with the eerie synth, and then the bass doing da-dum, 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 but carries on, kind of blending in other parts of A Forest, but staying at that speed. So it just becomes this really fantastic glacial ambient song that goes on for 10 minutes. It was released as a one-sided 12-inch.
Okay.
And it's fucking amazing, because and the bass on it's like I say, it's ambient. It is virtually beatless, but when there is bass, it's like boom. It's fucking really kind of goes for it, So you basically got this 10-minute ambient song. This is quite recognisably A Forest all the way through, and it's fantastic how he has kind of remade the song, but without the pace of the original, and just keeping it this meditative pace.
Has it got a vocal on it?
No
vocal.
No, nothing. No. Nothing. It's like it's almost as if it stretches out the beginning for 10 minutes, but like I say, it does manage to incorporate other elements of Forest in there, but just blends it in along throughout the 10 minutes. It's absolutely brilliant. I just think it's one of the best cover versions ever.
Okay.
And handily, it is on Spotify, because I did check just before we recorded this, and and Cure are playing shows again at the moment, aren't they? Did you see the Primavera?
I didn't see it. No.
So yeah, the Primavera one was very good. It's very much their festival set though.
Yeah.
It was all poppy, but they did. I think they've done about 4 shows so far. One, they dropped in a 4-song, 17 seconds segment. They also then the day after they did Secrets for the first time in ages, which is brilliant. And there's a couple of really old ones. There's an obscure B-side they played. There's a few songs coming back they haven't played for several years. Yeah, but they're not playing anywhere down south in the UK, I don't think. I think they're playing Wales and Manchester and somewhere else, but I don't think there's anything down in the London area. I kind of thought they'd play something like BST again, like they did for the 40th anniversary. which was brilliant. That was one of the best things ever. That was such a good day. But they didn't. Nothing ever came of it. So whether they were kind of waiting to organise something, and it either fell through, or they just didn't get it arranged in time. I don't know. But I was really surprised that they hadn't done anything down south. But there you go. Ho hum. And they've got some. I've just seen the new merch for the festivals. They've got some fucking cracking Cure t-shirts.
Okay.
With the old Drop C logo.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And as usual, extraordinarily cheap. As is Robert Smith's want.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's kept to a relatively low price.
Good on him.
So yeah, yes. Good for him.
You bedecked in such things then in the not too distant future.
Well, I can't really bloody afford it, but
Oh, grumbling on again.
Hopefully someone will donate to me. I might start a GoFundMe for a Cure t-shirt.
That is bleak. That's bleak when you're going to GoFundMe for a t-shirt.
Oh God, I'll be glad when the fucking girls get jobs and leave uni and go. Oh yeah. Basically, I told Lily. I said to Lily when she leaves, when she leaves university, that she's got to sell loads and loads of paintings because I want a really good fucking retirement home. And she's like, oh, Dad.
She'll put you in a shed at the bottom of her garden and throw scraps at you from a kitchen window.
Fucking bury me alive, more like. Shit bags.
Yeah, it can be ruthless. You got to watch them.
I know, bloody kids. Annie's in Rhodes at the moment on holiday. And
oh, right. On the island.
Yeah, she's gone off with her mate. She finished her exams, went off with her mate. And I had to message her and say, look, just keep in touch, please, because I'm your dad, and I automatically think if you haven't been in touch with me for 3 hours, you've been trafficked. So she's like, oh, Dad. So yes.
Oh dear. All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Briefly then, my final one. I briefly mentioned Africa Express in episode 33 when I spoke about Songhoi Blues. Songhoi Blues from Mali, fantastic band who were essentially brought to the attention of the wide world outside Mali by Africa Express, who had gone out to Mali looking for musicians to be a part of their collective, because that's what they are. It's a collective principally driven by Damien Albarn. Is that
his brother?
Yeah. This record, I've only got one actual record by Africa Express, or I've heard others, but the record that I've got is a full album cover of a track by Terry Riley called In C. And Terry Riley was a composer, one of the American giants of minimalism and repetition. And he composed In C in 1964, and it's widely considered one of his masterworks. And it kind of is. It's a fascinating piece of music. And what makes it fascinating is the score and the direction for playing it, for producing it. Because he's written the score, and you can play it on any instruments you like. You can play it with pretty much any number of musicians, and you create these dazzling looping music effects because each is repeating a different one of a series of 53 different melodic modules. So you'll have these different repetitions in the score that each musician takes and repeats them, and they don't scan out the same length. They're not the same bar length. So you get these different patterns emerging as it goes along, these polyrhythms as it goes along. And they vary from long drone-like pieces to 16th note staccatos. And it does produce some amazingly evolutionary music. It starts off in a different way to how it will sound in 5 minutes, and a different way how it will sound 5 minutes further. Because another thing that is perfectly acceptable in the instructions to play is that the different musicians can start whenever they want, and they can stop whenever they want, and they can stop.
Oh.
And it's Riley recommends you stop from time to time and listen to what else is going on before you start again. and the patterns can be transposed up and down. It's really, really interesting. Ultimately, Riley imagined that the musicians might replicate what he'd been doing with experimenting with echoplex delay units. An echoplex delay unit is a famous delay unit from the 60s, and they use analog tape, not digital electronics. And you can create these amazing, you can create these amazing tape loops. And he was cutting them up and looping them and so on, and creating this wonderful sound. So it's a wonderful piece of music. It's been performed live all around the world by orchestras aplenty and bands aplenty. Africa Express picked it up. As I say, they're a non-profit organisation set up by Damon Albarn. And the key trigger for them setting up was the Live 8 charity concert for Africa, because this charity concert for Africa was set up with all these musicians lined up to play, and there was only one African artist who was invited to play. So Damon set up this unit and used it as a vehicle by which musicians and artists from around Africa could come together in a loose collective and perform around the world, brought them all to the attention of everybody. So this version was recorded in Bamako in Mali in 2013. There are 17 musicians playing on it, and they're using voices as well. And it is incredibly interesting. It is 40 some odd minutes long, but
of course it fucking is.
But it really doesn't feel like you're listening to the same song, because it just changes so much and it evolves in a hypnotic, not a dull or boring way, and it's got a shamanic authority to it. The piece just rolls along, and it is semi-hallucinatory. It's certainly transcendental music, and I suggest, even this or any of the other versions of it will give you different experiences, but the same, if you know what I mean. They sound different, but the experience will be very, very similar. And I've heard a few of the different interpretations of it, and it will start off, you think, oh, this isn't what I was expecting, because they're using different music, different intonation, different instruments, but you get dragged in, you get swept along, and it has the same effect. It's great. So there you go. That's my final one. I don't know if that's on Spotify. Maybe it is, because it's Damon Albarn.
I'll have a look for it.
But
yeah, would imagine so.
Yeah.
I got weirdly. I bought I had a CD arrive the other day called Infinite Tape Loops. I Fell Apart in Quiet Days by Music for Sleep.
Oh.
And they actually, within the package, they actually included one of the tape loops that they used.
Oh goodness.
In a little plastic bag, which is quite interesting. I don't know what the fuck I do with it, but it's
still got lots of my homemade tape loops that I used to use back in the late 80s, early 90s, when we were making experimental music. It's cutting and splicing and running round loops and capstans and stuff. It's fun. It's too easy.
I think I might have a couple of old tape loops. I think I might have a couple of old tape loops. I think I might have a couple of old tape loops. I think I might have a couple of old tape.
And fade away. It's just like a William Basinski tape you wear, just decaying away to nonsense.
Oh, I am decaying away. I can feel myself decaying minute by minute. So my final song of the evening is a bit like White Rabbit, although not quite as many versions of it. Although I do keep stumbling across them. This is a song originally written by Jerry Goffin and Carole King.
Oh yeah,
and it's called "I Can't Make It Alone," and it's been performed by so many people. PJ Proby did the first version. Right. And then you've got Bill Medley, Dusty Springfield. She does a cracking version. Vanilla Fudge, that's a very good one. Pig Iron, that's kind of a very slow country rock version. But the one I've picked is by Maria McKee.
Oh.
And
surprised. But go on.
Oh right. Why were you surprised?
Oh, it wasn't the kind of field I expected you to wander into.
I love Maria McKee. I think she's got a fantastic voice. Yeah. I remember Lone Justice. Yeah. I always was quite fond of Lone Justice.
Absolutely, yeah. They're good. As country and western type stuff goes, they're good.
yeah, well, this is more of a kind of a country rock version. It's quite a propulsive version. Most of the others are quite subdued. The versions that I've listened to, because I'll be honest, for a long while I didn't even realise it was a cover version. And when I did find out, obviously, I had to listen to every fucking version I could find just to see what they're like. And like I say, the Dusty Springfield version is awesome. But then everything Dusty Springfield did is fantastic. So, but this version was released on an LP, released in. Oh Christ! I've lost the bloody.
He's scrambling with his notes.
I've forgotten the fucking name of the LP. I was going to do a big thing about it, and anyway. I can't believe I've just bloody done that. I had the fucking thing here, and now I can't find it. But you got a sin to be saved. That's it.
Okay.
Jeepers. Fucking edit that bit out, for Christ's sake.
No, we won't. Yes, I
will.
Dear,
oh dear. Got so many bloody so many pages open here. I tried to write everything down, and I'm just so shit at it. I just kind of have loads of pages open so I can find everything, and I've got so many open. Can't get from one to the other. Anyway, so this LP was introduced to me by my good friend Janet from Belfast.
You mentioned before,
Yes, and I just love this version of it. It's so good. I mean, like I say, Maria McKee is just a fantastic singer anyway. And as I think we mentioned before, she wrote A Good Heart for Fergal Sharkey. Which is brilliant. And apparently Fergal also covered a song called To Miss Someone, or To Miss Someone. To miss someone or to miss someone? That's really weird.
Yeah.
Is it? Does he miss someone, or is he saying it to miss someone?
I think it's the former. But it is ambiguous.
It's a bit like Let's Eat Grandma, isn't it?
Yeah. No parking.
But the whole album is brilliant. But her version of this is kind of just more forceful than everybody else's. Everyone else's, she's got that huge sense. She retains that huge sense of melancholy, but there's a real yearning and a real passion to the song as well. Whereas the others, it is sung as a kind of just as a sad song,
right?
About just not being able to live without someone, and it's just an amazing song. And she did. There's a really good version. There's a live version. She did a live album a few years ago with a fantastic version on. It was actually recorded at Cambridge Junction.
Oh right.
So my local venue. Sorry, you carry on cleaning your glasses. Don't fucking pay attention to anything I'm talking about.
I'm listening. Go on.
Oh, you're fucking not. You're miles away. You're thinking, I wonder if he's ever going to talk about Cornwall. That would be really cool. I wonder if he's going to ever have a 40-minute song. That would be really cool.
You had an hour-long song last week.
I did have an hour. Yes, which reminds me, I'm late putting. I should have gone up today. I'll have to do it tomorrow now.
You're so tired.
As usual. Oh, it's just bloody. Yeah, life just gets in the way, doesn't it? Yeah, because that was the thing. Because Lone Justice were always sold as cowpunk, which I thought was really, really. Yeah, that was a kind of a. But cowpunk to me was always that fucking EP that Splodgeness Abounds did with all the TV themes. Do you remember that?
No.
They did Bonanza, High Noon. So when there was a cowpunk, I'd go, what?
I'd never heard him called cowpunk, but it's just country rock, as far as I can tell. Rock
well,
music.
I think it was because all these at that time, all these kids were coming out of the punk scene,
right?
But were also discovering country and then putting the two together.
Is that right?
So it was more, and I would say that Lone Justice were really the start of alt Americana, alt country, weren't they? As it came. Yes, I was doing my quotations. As it became known.
Okay.
Yeah. because I think it was more because people hate fucking country with a passion, don't they? I mean,
Well,
if you like, sorry, what I mean is, if you like country, you then fine, you like country. If you don't like country, you normally fucking hate country, and there's no two ways about it,
It does seem
So
to
I
be
think,
the case. It does seem to be the pattern,
yeah,
doesn't it?
it's very divisive, and so I think cowpunk and Americana and alt country was it allowed people who kind of liked country a bit, might have, and discovered it, but could still play it, but in a bit more of a punkier style. I think that's my theory.
Your
anyway.
theories on the evolution of musical genres and so on is fascinating because it's so clearly back of a fact Pakistan.
I know it's all made up as I go along. Yeah. Well, you see, I hadn't thought about that until I kind of started, until I actually said cowpunk, and then all these massive ideas just go bombarding into my head, and I can't fucking get them out quick enough, and I end up kind of babbling on absolute bollocks. Yeah. Yes. So
well, thanks for sharing.
So there you go. Cowpunk, alt country, Americana.
That's how it happens.
Which is the country that is okay for the kids to listen to, rather than Dolly and Johnny and fucking Merle Haggard and all those kind of people as well.
The Grand Old Opry.
Yeah, so I've gone right off track. Completely forgotten what I was talking about, but I think I got enough in there to say that it's a really good song.
I don't know the song, no, but I know of the bands, but I don't know the song. Okay, cool.
Yes, very good.
Excellent.
Very good.
So then, what have you been listening to amongst your various listenings this last few days?
Well, funny you should ask, Jake. This week, I have been listening to In Grief or in Hope by Big Brave, which is monstrously heavy and fantastic. I've been listening to You Seem Pretty Sad for Girls So in Love by Olivia Rodrigo, because she's my fave. I also been listening to King Tubby Meets Rockers Uptown by King Tubby and Augustus Pablo. Just couldn't get that off at the moment. I've got a real penchant for that.
Weather. I think weather, the sunny warm weather brings out dub reggae so quickly.
Yeah, I've always got bloody reggae on when it's sunny. I've been talking of dub. I've also been listening to New Flesh in Dub Volume 1 by Godflesh.
Right.
I had that on a lot. And also Seafeel Verses, which is Seafeel from the Seafeel Spotify account. It's their a big playlist of all their various remixes where they've been remixed, and when they've remixed somebody else, finished off with a great big long mix of Seafeel music, which was done originally as a CD that you could get free with the last LP. But I was a bit slow; I didn't get mine. So yeah, one of the few LPs I have bought this year was the new Seafeel LP, because it's brilliant. So that's me 5.
Okay, my 5, no particular order. So I've been listening to Soul Hurts by Seafeel. Which is a fine piece of electronica.
Very good.
Gentle Hum by Cosmos, which is some unusual gritty electronic twiddlings.
Yes.
Girls on Tour by Sapa. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not sure, but it's a dub techno, which is very good, very good.
Excellent! Yeah,
and
dub techno.
superly good. The new album, which is Cicatrizes do Futuro by Brazilian mentalist chaos electro guitar noise punk deranged people deaf kids, which is awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
There you go.
Cool. I'm off on Sunday to that London to see Otoboki Beaver. Are you aware of Otoboki Beaver?
You've mentioned them before, but I don't think I've acquainted myself my ears with them.
All-girl Japanese hardcore punk band.
Yeah.
They're playing at Electric Ballroom. That's on Sunday. On Wednesday, I'm off down to the ICA to see Super Chunk.
Oh, right.
Whoop. My faves. Really looking forward to that. And then I think a week and a bit after, it's Sun at the Troxy.
Oh, right. Okay. There you are, pleading
So-
poverty, and you're roaming around the lands.
Well,
with your-
these tickets were bought some time ago, when I did have a bit of money. So yes, in fact, I have Boris are playing at the Brixton Ace in December, and I can't afford that at the moment. I've got to buy that, and then on my birthday next year, Scientist is doing live dub versions of Scientist that plays the World Cup in London.
Okay.
I'm really intrigued to see what that's all about. So I
your
might go down
birthday's
to that
February, isn't it?
next February.
You
Yeah.
are looking at you are looking ahead.
Yes, I am. So yeah. So there you go.
Marvelous.
I know we've mentioned them already today, but we have to say hello to Greatest Playlist Ever, DJ Substance, Brooklyn Pete, and Robin the Supergirl Wonder for financial
I'm not
reasons,
sure
obviously. So yeah, so once you've listened to us, go and listen to them because they're really, really good and really funny. Well, obviously not as funny as me, but funnier than you.
No one's funnier
not as funny
than
as
you. You are
absolutely,
the master of your craft.
Yes. Here's my ego. Stroke it, damn you.
What's that?
I have no idea.
You stroke your
I've no
ego.
idea.
You do a lot of that.
Stroke my ego. That's was that a Mercury Rev LP? No, what was that? Lego my ego. That was I think.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah. See, fucking these things just pop into my brain. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
No, and that's evident.
There you go. So, what's the next episode? What are we doing on the next one? I know,
it's
I wrote it down, but obviously I lost.
related.
Is it? Haven't we done that already?
You fucking say that every fucking time I tell you what's on next. No,
Yeah,
we haven't done it yet. I think
I
it's
know.
because we for quite unusually we came up with a whole chunk of ones that we were going to do.
Didn't we? Yes.
So this was weeks ago we had the idea, but this is the last one in our current known podcasts to be run.
So we'll have to think of a few more.
Yeah.
Or if anyone can be asked who's listening to this, if anyone is still listening, if you can think of anything, and we'll go, no, fuck that, and do something.
They'll be slightly less enthusiastic because there have been suggestions, haven't they? Somebody had kindly suggested videos, but then we struggled with understanding how we would do good videos.
Yeah. That was a tricky one.
And then somebody else had said contemporary punk, but I think we mentioned so many of them now it would be difficult. I don't know.
It's difficult. Yeah, I think going on these, I'll go along on the song titles is the way.
That's the kind of track we've fallen into because we did have a lot of other things we were doing years and we were doing genres.
Yeah,
and now it's kind of fallen very much into a succession of names that have references specific in them.
Yeah. Well, we could do a year if you want.
I don't mind. I mean, ultimately, it doesn't really matter as long as we get to talk about music we haven't talked about before in one way or shape or another.
Yeah, fair play. Well, we'll have a think about it and then we'll work something out.
Yeah,
but yes. So we're done. In the meantime, au revoir.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I'm so sophisticated. Au revoir. Listen to me. I could just fit into anywhere. Really,
it was like having Charles Aznavour in the room. Yes, you could fit into anywhere. You could fit into that. That sounded more like somebody with a fentanyl addiction.
That's because I started singing and then totally realised after one word I didn't know the rest of the fucking words. So yeah, that backfired a bit. Yes.
No matter.
I'll find the lyrics out next time. I'll sing the whole fucking thing.
Everybody would have switched off by now anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yes. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Yeah, I nearly did. I was trying to work out how to do a jingle for the show. And put it through like AI and just to make a little song to play. Don't be doing no
AI shit.
Just because it was funny. And
if you're going to use AI to be funny, then that is a desperate situation.
No, because I thought it would be have a funny jingle, but I have to do it via because I have no musical talent whatsoever. I mean, I could because I can't kind of sing it and play the kazoo at the same time, which is the limit of my. Of my musical talent.
Yes.
Kazoo. I can just about do the theme to Jurassic Park.
It doesn't have quite the same gravitas as the original.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Anyway, on that note, I think we should fuck off.
I think we should. Yes. Good evening.
Before we find fucking hordes of people outside our respective houses with pitchforks and burning fucking torches.
Right. See you all.
Oh, yes. See you all. Bye-bye.